walking right into a trap. As any fan of college football knows, when you go on the road, you never know what you might run into. Welcome to Nashville, Tennessee, First Bank Stadium, home to the Commodores of Vanderbilt. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the Vanderbilt Commodores. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Commodores will put total leather to crank us up. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The give from the gun. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
And I want to be a team that can run the football, be physical, especially on 2nd and inches, buy myself some space, coming out of my own territory. The defense met the physical challenge. Now 3rd and inches, this offense needs to be more physical.
The Sooners come to the line needing just inches for the first down. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Turning it on! And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
They go to the ground. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. And the Sooners moving quickly to the line.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Unloads to the wideout. Complete on the comeback. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
Well, he's able to make it easy after that catch, and I think his speed is something that just scares DBs to death. And you think about great Oklahoma receivers recently, guys like CeeDee Lamb, Sterling Shepard, Hollywood Brown. DBs gave them so much cushion because they were afraid they were going to get run by, and I think that's how defenses treat this guy too. With his speed and his playmaking ability, he scares you to death, and that cushion helps him out tremendously.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And I know it wasn't successful there, but you can go back to last week. Like, they're going to throw this man the football. They find creative ways to get in the ball. Really good coaches get their playmakers the ball in space, and that's what I like about this offense. I bet they come back to him and find a way to throw him the football somewhere.
The 7th play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. On the run, fires downfield. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. It would have been a high-level play, but it's a play this quarterback expects to be able to make when he has a guy open.
Man, these quarterbacks start practicing and doing 7-on-7 and having quarterback coaches when they're like 7 years old, 8, 9 years old now. So even when they don't have wide open wide receivers, you still expect them to fit that ball in there and make it happen.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on fourth down.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they were aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on fourth down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness. Now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
Caught in the backfield, it's Jeffrey. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
Well, what's the point in waiting? Why not get one of your best players involved in the game right off the bat? They take a shot, their big target outside, shows off his athletic ability, and right away this offense is humming.
From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Jeffrey. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before. He makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. It's great to spread the ball around and fool him, but if you've got a dude, feed him, and they are.
No doubt, Reese. That guy is a problem. I mean, you got a receiver that's so talented out wide, hard to cover. Go to him once, go to him twice. Shoot, let's go to him a third time.
From the 30-yard line on first down. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Shoved back behind the chains. It's 1st and 15. Here we go, here we go. He's looking to pass. Gets it to the back. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Gonna look downfield again. Bringing the heat. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes the grab. They stop him well short of the marker. It's 4th down from the 27. So now on comes the field goal unit. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. Absolutely perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And they don't get 7 on that opening drive, but they get 3. And this place is rocking. Night games are always so loud, so obnoxious, and these fans, they get something to cheer about with that first offensive possession.
No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Here's the handoff. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. The Sooners want to crank the tempo.
And nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Second down coming up. Back to pass. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Going right and going deep. Pulls it in down the sideline. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. What a dime tossed by that Sooners quarterback. It seems like if you're going to play for Oklahoma, you better be able to spin the magic bean.
You better be able to spin it, and guess what? Most of the time, if you play for Oklahoma, there's a good chance you can win a trophy at the end of the year. That kind of good, that kind of history we've seen throughout, and this guy's just following those footsteps.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? After the incompletion, they go back up top. Got the back over the middle. Open space at the 25. Touchdown Sooners! Once he got some room, it was over.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
And the extra point is good. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. This drive will open from the 15. He'll start this drive going to the air. Got a man. It's Gossett. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. After the short completion, let's see if they go back to the air. Second down, they'll go to the air. Unleashes one. Wide open downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Incomplete. Man, oh man, is that one this junior would love to have back. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Punts it out of the air.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
The Commodores lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
I don't need it to be pretty. I just need my inches. 3rd down and inches. Nice job by getting the 1st down. Always fall forward, play physical. Don't get east and west. Stay north and south. Nice job by the running back.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. On the move at the 30. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
When you come out and the run game works right away, everybody gets confidence, everybody's happy, and the whole playbook now is open for everybody to use.
Wants to throw on 1st down. It's complete to the right. Touchdown, Vanderbilt! A great catch and run for 6. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play call by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He gets a block. This guy makes you hold your breath when he gets the football in his hands, and that last line of the coverage team, the only thing that stopped him from housing it. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. Firing to the right, complete. There he goes. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. The Sooners will hustle to the line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Quick completion on the out. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback. Find the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the American. USF is dominating this one, thanks to an offense that's done whatever it's wanted since the opening kickoff. They're up 14 over East Carolina. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
And you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. From the shotgun, they'll run it. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to go up top. Right on the money. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
And a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Motion from the wideout. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Intercepted! Oh, what a play! Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. The give to the back. Gets it past the marker. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. There's always been a lot of flash and sizzle to the Oklahoma offense, but it's built on being tough.
Yeah, and especially the great teams. The great teams that you think about in Oklahoma past, the ones that were in the national championship or in the playoff, those are teams that can run the football, be physical. It all started there.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Lining up from the 34 on first down. To the air on first down. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he'll be smacked to the ground. And the Sooners come to the line in the hurry-up. On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. The quick out. That'll be enough to give them a first and goal from the 10. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown Sooners!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. from the gun. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Commodores will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Looking downfield on 1st down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his 1st sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
Crosses the 45. Pulled down for the tackle. The Sooners want to move quickly. They'll try to power their way ahead. Breaks into the open. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
And that's what I like most about this defense. When you try to take shots and make big plays, they get to the quarterback. They get him on the ground, their 3rd sack of the day. And this is a unit that ranks in the top 10 in sacks in the country.
They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Quickly complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Defense not showing press coverage. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Hits him inside the 20, still going. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. They're lined up and ready to kick off this 2nd half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions. The coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first.
Oh, he's got some space. Crosses midfield. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Vandy. He got a step and just dusted the field. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
They're going to go ahead and go for 2 here and try to make it a field goal game. From the gun. Caught in the backfield. It's Gossett. He's going to be stopped short as they come up empty on the 2-point try. They were hoping to get this game to within a field goal, but the lead stays at 5. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Extending the play. He'll try to do it himself. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. And the Sooners racing to the line in the hurry-up. They're going to go right back to him on first down. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Looking left. And that pass was knocked down, but the good defensive play is not going to stand. I think the D was in the neutral zone. Sometimes an offsides penalty can slow down a rush. It's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver comes in motion. Someone moved a little early, and the offense will go backward. And the offense will accept the penalty and move the ball forward. Line getting set on 2nd down. They'll give it to the back. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Moves around to clear up the vision. He'll get rid of it. Complete to the right. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
It's a really nice throw. It's so impressive watching this Oklahoma passing attack now. You think back to Bob Stoops taking over as head coach in 1999 and bringing with him the air raid offense, a style of passing attack that still wasn't very prevalent in college football at the time, but since then they've always had good quarterback play and guys that could play up tempo, make good decisions. This dude right here, he fits in perfectly with what they're trying to do throwing the ball in Norman, Oklahoma.
The Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Caught near the sticks. It's Knowles. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. The Sooners want to pick up the tempo. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. To the air on second down. Moving away from pressure. He wants it all. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Quick strike through the air for the score. That's his third touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
No love lost between teams anytime they square off inside the Big Ten. Here's one that's just gone final. Minnesota was able to come away with the victory, but it was not the type of dominant win we've seen from the Gophers over the years. A win, yes, but this one lacked style points. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a Big Ten matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. He'll start this drive firing. That's reeled in. It's Jeffrey. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got a chance to get out from their own end. 2nd and 6 from the 18. From the gun to give, looking for room. At the 35, he's open. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
Using the quick game.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
2nd down, they'll go to the air, using his legs to buy some time. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
The Commodores come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive.
Let's go.
How about that play on the ground? They get him out of bounds at the 34.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
And the Commodores are moving quickly down the field.
Here we go.
Looking to throw on first down. Slings it downfield. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
When you get that quarterback and he starts to leak outside the pocket like that and roll, you roll with him. Those linebackers are supposed to move and shift with him, start to take away the field towards the sideline, because think about it. He's not going to throw back across his body. The defense read it well, moved with the rollout, made the big play.
Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Wants to go up top on first down. Throwing on the run. And he's got it inside the 35. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. Another big completion for the Sooners, and that's right in keeping with that legacy of great quarterbacks.
Just dudes that can spin it. The offense is always fun. It's always fast. There's a lot of things about Oklahoma that you can count on. And offense and great quarterback play is always one.
What a dynamic play on that last one. Flips the field, and they've got it 1st and 10 from the 28. Hauls it in.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
From the gun, the running back looking for room. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. And the Sooners are in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on first down. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated. He missed that connection.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
So now it's 2nd and long. DB's right up on the receiver. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be 3rd and long. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit.
Man, what a game this guy has been having, living in the opponent's backfield. Already has 2 sacks in the game, and now he gets a TFL. He is so athletic, so quick twitch, so slippery, they just can't block him.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He had a vision of getting loose, but he'll go out of bounds at the 18. Up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Starts the drive trying to go up top. The short hands. It's Gossett. Got room at the 35. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
Well, they execute the in route. Now, how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Going to try to get it himself. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
First down, Commodores.
We reached the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down.
Quick!
Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown Doors! A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target, then make the big play, get the touchdown.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the 2-point try. The snap sets up the throw. Got his man on the right. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
Is no good. That keeps the score. Oklahoma 31. Vanderbilt.
They're set to kick it off, and you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he takes this from inside the 5. Slips through the line. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Using his legs, it's Knowles. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Sooners in the hurry up. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. It's complete on the right side. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the tailback. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And the Sooners with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Quick strike complete. He's loose on the right. Touchdown, Sooners! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1. And another passing touchdown for this Sooner quarterback. He keeps this up, and he might wind up in that 100 touchdown club with Baker Mayfield and Landry Jones.
So many good guys that have had good days, but how about this day? I mean, fitting the ball all over the yard, just padding the stats, and you start mentioning guys like Jones, and you start mentioning guys like Baker Mayfield, that's Sooner pristine legacy there.
He's looking to throw. Steps away to find some room. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed.
I love the coverage by the defense right here. Great job getting up in their space. Nothing easy down here for a two-point conversion. The interception was just gravy.
Vanderbilt, 22.
The returner will field it and try to get some field position. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play call.
Oh, I'm out of space. He's at the 40, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Commodores. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
And with the lead sitting at 9, they'll try to make it a one-possession game. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Mountain West. San Jose State looks like it sent the JV squad out there today. An offense that can't move the sticks and a defense that looks disinterested. They're trailing by 19 to Boise State. The Mountain West likes to keep things interesting, fellas, and we'll circle back if anything big happens.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Got the first down. Looking for more. There he goes. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field.
Man, that's always a bad feeling when you're holding your gap and then you turn around and all you see is the back of his jersey, the guy running down the field, chewing up all those yards.
And tell the truth, when defensive linemen go after him, do they really think they're going to catch him?
Absolutely not. I played defensive line.
That last play changed everything on this possession. They've got it 1st and 10 inside the 30. Handoff from the gun. Able to make the tackle, but not before he gets 5 yards down to the 21. The Sooners headed quickly to the line.
And the running back there did everything that he's coached to do, right? They've got the lead late in this game. You've got to stay in bounds. You're finding yards. It's a positive run, but you're not going out of bounds. Really well done.
The Sooners line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Sooners will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. A 1st down run on the doorstep. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oklahoma! As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There were a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, we've got a 2-possession lead.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15.
29.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. And that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a 1st down. He wants to change this route. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback
turning it on. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the 1st down, you get out of bounds, you're working the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
From the red zone, looking for a man. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they've just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense comes.
He lets one fly deep. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Makes the grab. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Might be calling a hot route. Back to pass on 2nd down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Under fire. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
After being stopped there on 4th down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation, put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with a loss.
On the run, it's Knowles. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Now he's going to break the pocket. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown, at least for now.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down conversion by this offense.
Touchdown Sooners! And the stomping has commenced. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25.
Here we go.
They'll start this drive going to the air. Caught over the middle. It's Hutchinson. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. The Commodores can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Fires to the right. That one came in hot, and it's incomplete.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room.
And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Things a little more comfortable after that score, and much, much closer to a win here in Week 5.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense here in the 4th quarter. They're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
He'll return it. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line.
Will take over. 1st and 10.
They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Looking downfield on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Turner. They've got him now. He almost picked up that 1st down on the screen. Timeout called by the offense. A mere 10 seconds to go in the game. And the Commodores can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. On the move, he fires. A strike downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
29 on the play. 1st down, Commodores.
When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game. David, this was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses that evolve so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses. In this game, it was no different.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.